Have you noticed people's biases? This is something it's easy to spot with other people, but it's not so easy to spot with yourself. And isn't it funny or odd that everyone will tell you uh, things you need to do, things you should do? People will tell you what they figured out or haven't figured out, or all these things, and then they get so annoyed and aggressive and will defend their own outlook on things. It's like I said, it's easy to tell with other people, but it's not so easy to tell with yourself. That's something I've been working on quite a bit, and I've come to the conclusion that it's a very odd and peculiar behavior. I feel like that it. I feel like there's. I'm gonna make a video about the different stages I think of the mind, because there is different stages. You can be at a point to where you're just combative, defensive, wanting to get your point out like you're always right. You'll defend that no matter what, and it doesn't matter. Look at how easy you can change beliefs and perspectives. Just look at that. Have you noticed that throughout your life, that you can believe something wholeheartedly one minute and the next minute believe another thing so wholeheartedly, and you defend it and believe you're right no matter what? So how do you know you're right? How do you know you're right about anything? And why, furthermore, why do you care what other people think is right or not right or believe? That's something that you should probably question yourself and ask why. And how do you know? This is, again, how do you know that you're right? Now, let's just say that I'm going to use Christianity because I know someone in my personal life that's questioning right now whether that's right or not, or whether what they've been told is correct after many years in it. And it's very simple to question how you know if you're right. Do, do you know? Do you know? And do you know that the God in the Bible is the right God? Do you know that the Bible, was actually written by God? Do you know that? What answer just came into your head? If you're being really honest with yourself and being just trying to go deeper into it, what answer popped in your head? You don't fucking know. It's probably the correct answer that should have popped in your head. You don't know. And it can be the same way with. I watched this guy on YouTube called the Telltale Atheist, and I think he's a good guy. I think he's. I think he. Backstory here, very shortly. He was in the Jehovah's Witnesses, and it scarred him. Pretty much, he has unresolved trauma resulting from that. So now he makes it his mission to go out here and discount God, or whatever God is. He don't understand what God is, because most people don't understand what God really is. And he uses science to do so. Now, this is just an example. How do you know that's true? How do you know that's right? How do you know that what scientists are telling you is right? Well, you don't. If you want to be completely honest with yourself, you don't know. You don't know. Have you went out and tried to do any of these things yourself to verify it? Probably not. But it sounds good, so you're gonna go along with it. You can make anything sound good to anyone. This is just something I've realized here. You can, if you wanted to be a real dick, you could start a cult easily, very 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 easily. You could start a cult here, because people just want to believe shit. People go along with stuff so blindly, it's frightening, really. But why do you think people are biased to their own beliefs for it? That's a question you probably should be asking yourself. And not only why are other people so biased to their own beliefs, but why are you biased in certain regards? Why do you need to argue a point that there's very few things you can know here? Let me I've said this multiple times, but just to go along with this video, there's very few things you can actually know here. One of the things you can know, though, is pretty much what's going on, and that's the most important thing you should know. So if you did know that, then you need to break free of the cycle of caring, or trying to stress your point. There's a difference, and I need to express this very clearly. There's a difference in trying to help other people to see certain things, as opposed to trying to get your point of view and your belief out there when you don't know if it's true or not, just to stand some moral high ground or think you're doing the right thing. A lot of people fall into that trap. That Telltale Atheist guy is a prime example of that. There's other prime examples of this with religion, with even spirituality. Well, definitely with spirituality, because this New Age spirituality is basically a new religion, from what I can tell of it. So why do you think that is? And how come it's so easy to notice it in other people, but it's not in yourself? And this can be from the simplest things as well. It doesn't have to be some grand thing like religion or science. It can be all the way down to your opinion about something so silly like a color. What I fell into that. I argued with someone what color a color was for about 15 minutes one time. And then I stepped back and realized, what am I doing? I just hope you can notice these things. And they're very subtle too. Whenever I don't want to say arguing or debating, because the best way to win an argument or a debate is not to even step into it, because it's not solving anything, it's not accomplishing anything. I've said this before, the only way to actually learn or know something is to have a dialogue with someone and then try to see their point of view. If you're going into something thinking you're right and just trying to use big words or clever words, or you have 5 or 6 talking points off the top of your head to just try to make someone else feel stupid or dumb about what they're trying to convey to you, then there's no point in you doing that. You're just going to be stuck in your own little way. There is definitely levels to the mind, and they are drastic in comparison to what you could be or it could be. You just have to willingly call yourself out on your own bullshit. But most people don't want to do that because it's very, well, for one, it's very challenging. For two, you have to go through a bunch of, it's a process in itself to be able to do that. And not only on top of that, but people get some weird egoic pleasure from trying to want people to think they're right or know more than them. That's why I claim I don't again, I come to you and tell you the stuff I've experienced and the stuff I've learned from that, and then you can go further into that yourself and verify it. I'm absolutely not perfect, not even close to it. I don't even think perfect's a thing. I think that's just a word. Just like all these are words. And at the end of the day, they have no value other than what you put upon them. But it's almost like you're playing a character, which you are, by the way. You're the biggest actor in fucking all of reality. I need you to understand that, because you are playing a character. Even when you don't think you're playing a character, you're playing a character. The only way to break free of that character is to be who you actually are. And then when you become who you actually are, then you have to question, well, is this just another character? It's an ongoing questioning process with yourself. But I'm about to run out of storage on here. I'll probably make another video going through the stages of the mind and trying to break down where I think I could pinpoint to help people to go a little bit further, or to break out of a cycle they're in, or to take a step back and see things more clearly. It's a game of formula, play of life. I'm me talking to you. Wake up to that, and we'll change it. Love you guys.